Swadhay, gaikale pelo Dallas Swadhay group માં સંકલ્પ અને વિકલ્પ ની ડેફિનેશન. સંકલ્પ એટલે ફોર્મા એકત્વ અને વિકલ્પ એટલે જ્ઞેય પ્રમાણે જ્ઞાનમાં ભેદ પડવો.
બસ બહુ સરસ, perfect. That's right definition.
We need to understand a little more.
Okay, I will just take it today, okay? I will start now.
Yeah, you know, it doesn't have to be today. You can teach me and Ankit later if you want.
No problem, no problem.
ओमकारमेन्दु संयुक्त नित्यं जयन्ति योगिनः कामदं मोक्षदं च ओंकाराय नमो नमः मंगलं भगवान् विष्णु मंगलं भूतमोनि मंगलं कुंकुमधारी भुजेन्द्रमोसु मंगलं नमः समर्पयामि स्वानुभूत्या तथा स्थिति स्वभावाय भवाय विभाव निरसनिदाता.
ओम नमो लोहे सर्वत्रिकावर्ती अरहंताणम. ओम नमो लोहे सर्वत्रिकावर्ती सिद्धाणम. ओम नमो लोहे सर्वत्रिकावर्ती आर्याणम. ओम नमो लोहे सर्वत्रिकावर्ती ओज्जायणम. ओम नमो लोहे सर्वत्रिकावर्ती श्रावणम. एषो पंचनमुक्कारो सर्वपावपनाशनो मंगलालंच सर्वेशिं परमं हवै मंगलम्. ओंकारं बिंदु संयुक्तं नित्यं ध्यायन्ति योगिनं कामदं मोक्षदं चैव ओंकाराय नमो नमः. नमः समयसाराय स्वानुभूत्या चकासते चित्स्वभावाय भावाय सर्वभावान्तरच्छिदे. अज्ञानतिमिरान्धानां ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः. तीर्थंकरो जगन्नाथ जिनना समो शरण सौ जयवंत वर्त ने तीर्थचार जगमा जयवंत वर्त. नमो ए तीर्थनायक ने नमो ओंकार नादने ओंकार संगरो तेने नमो ते श्री कुंद कुंदने. अहो उपकार जिन वरनो कुंदनो ध्वनि दिव्यनो जीन कुंद ध्वनिया प्या. अहो ते गुरु काननो अहो ते भगवती मातनो. ध्रुव अचल ने अनुपम गति पामेल सर्वे सीधने. वंदी कहूँ सुत केवली भाषित आसमय प्राभृत हरे. हूँ एक शुद्ध सदा अरूपी ज्ञान दर्शनमय खरे. कहीं अन्यते मारु जरी परमाणु मात्र नथी हरे. जम नेत्र तेमज ज्ञान नथी कारक नथी वेदक अरे. जाने ज कर्मोदय निरजरा बंद तेमज मोक्षने. ओम नमः सिद्धेभ्यो. ओम नमः सिद्धेभ्यो. ओम श्री शुद्धात्माने नमः. Okay, so let's see. Let me bring this slide. We're going to start from the slide number 14. As we are saying that this is our Samaysar Swadhay on stanza number 6. And as we said that sixth stanza is a heart of the Samaysar. It really gives us very strong footing on the ground to understand where I'm coming from, who am I, what is my nature, why I have a relationship with the alien objects in the universe. Those kind of things that I understand, and once I understand, then it is much easier for me to progress further. So we have come And we have repeated so many things again and again because what we are doing, Gurudev Sri Kanji Swami has given the discourses. And we made the slide on the basis of those discourses. And the Gurudev's style was, when the subject is very, very, very important, he will repeat, and repeat again and again and again till it becomes kind of better understanding for me. He will repeat from different perspective. He will take different perspective into account. And that's why, that's the same thing we are doing here. And we are taking enough time for this stanza to digest. So here we are on the 14th stanza. So what 14th slide, I'm sorry. What does it say? It says, what's the nature of mithyatva? We always say mithyatva, 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 mithyatva. When we talk about atichar in Pratikaman also, there are 14 atichar of mithyatva, 25 atichar of mithyatva that we talked about. We talked about it. One recites about it. But what is mithyatva? Those are the things, we keep on talking about it, reciting so quickly, so fast and everything, but we have not taken enough time to understand this one in great detail. So, Gurudev is trying to explain to us mithyatva on so far what we have learned in this stanza 6. So what does it say? Nature of the knowledge mode is to know the self and to know the alien objects of the universe, and that is called Swapar Prakashak. This is the extraordinary attribute of the soul. Soul has infinite attributes. Soul has an infinite specific attribute related to soul. Soul has a common attribute related to all the 6 substances of the universe. For example, when we started, remember, when we started 1.5 years, 2 years back, the very first thing we started was Astitva Gun, eternal existence attribute, Vastutva Gun, and all those things, they are the attributes present in all the universal substances. So they are called a common attribute. Then there's specific attribute for a given substance. And over here, we have the soul, and soul has an attribute. And out of all the specific attribute related to the soul, now we have a very, very important attribute, super special attribute is called knowledge attribute. Why it's so important? Because knowledge knows the self and knowledge knows the alien objects. And that's why it is extraordinary attribute. Every living being has the knowledge attribute. Every living being has a mode of the knowledge attribute. And that's why this is extremely important, because it is also knowing the alien object. So if I know a given object, who knows this object? My knowledge knows this object, and so that helps me to go within. So this kind of things that we have to understand about Swapar Prakashak, that is the extraordinary. One second. See, just used to put Nina, can you put ZOOM.US/ No, Zoom, you don't need password. You just go on your URL.
Okay, but Uswani, can you hear what Uncle is saying?
I'm sorry right now, just Nina wants to come. Okay. Nina, are you there? I mean, I'm in the class right now, so I can't hold it forever, you know.
Oh, no. No, she's in the car. She's in the car.
No, oh, okay. So can you write down as ZOOM?
Okay, wait. What is it?
ZOOM
Hmm?
.US /J, again another / 602 316 5077, and that will put you in the conference, okay, directly. Thanks, bye. Okay, so here, I'm sorry for disturbance. So here we have the Swapar Prakashak, which is the important attribute of the knowledge attribute. This is the important function. And so that's what we are talking, that why I'm having the different perception from mithyatva point of view, from wrong concept point of view. So in this knowledge mode, I know the self as well as I know the alien objects. That's the function. Now, ignorant being focuses only on the alien being. Me as a soul can know the alien objects, plus I can see myself. Actually, I see myself first. I know myself first, and secondarily, I know the alien objects. This is the primary function of knowledge attribute. Knowledge attribute's function is to know the self and know the universe. So ignorant being, what happens? He focuses on the alien being's knowledge only. For example, who am I? Do I know? Who am I? I'm not Ankit. I'm not Susmita Ben. I'm not Sanjay Bhai. I'm not Vibhuti. I'm not this one. I'm not that. I know whole world that way. But who am I then? Positively, who am I? I have never tried to look for it. So this is my most important problem. This is my most basic problem. That's a wrong concept. I know the whole world, but I don't know the knower of the whole world. જાણનારને જાણ નહીં કહીએ કેવું જ્ઞાન. Prabhupada said in the Atma Siddhi Shastra, in the, yes.
I have a question.
I'm sorry?
I have a question. આજે તમે મિથ્યાત્વની નીચે સ્વપર પ્રકાશક is not મિથ્યાત્વ.
No. We are coming to that point for Swapar. We are coming that why it is called mithyatva. From the Swapar Prakashak point of view, what are my problems? So Swapar Prakashak is my nature, and that knows everything plus myself. But ignorant being, the third, okay, it just started going. Okay, so third bullet says that ignorant being does not understand these nature of the knowledge to know the self and to know everybody. He just knows only one part, to know the alien objects. So that's mithyatva. This third bullet onwards, it starts with the why I am having wrong faith from knowledge perspective. Knowledge, function of the knowledge is Swapar Prakashak, knowing the self and knowing everybody else. Then ignorant being only think that I just know about outside material thing, and I don't know myself, even though knowledge is going on. Swapar Prakashik is going on, but I'm not putting attention to that. You know, you are going to work every day. You are going work maybe 15, 20, 30 miles, or maybe 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 minutes. Your aim, you start from the home, your aim is to reach the job. How many things are coming on between? How many millions of people that you saw it? How many hundreds of thousands of cars you saw it? You just looked at it, but you never registered, because your aim is to reach to your work. So your aim is to reach to your work. Here, I'm looking everything, but I'm not looking within myself. So that's my problem. So he does not experience the self, even though the eternal soul substance getting known in the mode. Remember, knowledge mode knows everything. Knowledge mode knows the self. Knowledge mode knows the alien objects. But my attention is focused only on alien objects. પર પદાર્થ ઉપર મારું ધ્યાન કેન્દ્રિત થયું છે. That is my problem. It's a question of me having my attention focused to my real nature of the self. That's all. Knowledge function is doing, and knowledge mode is doing exactly the way it is supposed to do in Nigod cell also and in Siddha Bhagwan also. But where is my attention? Nigod cell to all the transmigrated soul, including me in the wrong fate state, I have attention directed to outside material objects. I never looked into my own house that I have everything within me. Why should I not worry about it? So that's why it is called modal vision. When he is looking at the alien objects, it is called modal vision. Because when it's modal vision, then now I'm knowing this pen right now. No, next time I'm knowing this part. Third thing I'm knowing the part, this one. So my modes are showing different things. I should make it secondary and I should look into my eternal soul substance. If I concentrate on eternal soul substance, if I just put my vision on eternal soul substance, then it is called substantial view, but otherwise it's called modal view. And when it's modal view, then it's called mithyatva, means wrong faith. This is the transmigratory soul in a first gunsthanak, first spiritual development stage, that he is having modal vision, not the substantial vision. The vision is to be changed. You continue going the same speed. You just have to change your vision. My vision has to be my eternal soul substance. Why am I so involved with the alien object? Because since time infinite, I was in the lowest form of life, Nigod, for infinite time. I was interested with my body only. Even though I had one sense, touch sensation, minimal knowledge, still I was thinking that body is mine. Then I became 1 sense, 2 sense, 3 sense, 4 sense, 5 sense. In 5 sense, I am now human. All the time, for time infinite, I kept on looking outside material thing, outside thing. My body is mine, my body is mine. It is so much engrossed in myself that I never thought that I'm separate from body. So Acharya Bhagavan says, one time look into your eternal true nature and you will find out how much happiness you have it. So this is the concept of mithyatva that is in our, regarding to the 6th stanza we are talking. Then what is righteous state? What's a samyak darshan state? So that's what he's talking, that one has now taken away his attention from the alien objects. Alien objects of the universe are present. There's no denial of it. But I'm simply taking attention away from it. Let's presume that a person is in terminal cancer. He's been declared that now you are going to die soon. How much he's going to worry about his job? How much he's going to worry about his house? How much he's going to worry about his children and grandchildren and everybody else? He just forgets about those things. He is now, survival is a question. So now his attention is to himself, that how can I live even 1 second long, 1 minute long, 1 hour long, 10 years long, 15 years. So that his attention changes. So over here in righteous state, Acharya Bhagavan says, you change your attitude, you change your attention, you change your focus from alien objects to yourself alone. Now he has directed his vision or faith to the eternal true nature of the self instead of all the other objects of the universe. Remember, we give this example and we'll repeat that example again and again. Child is having an injury, child is crying, and he's thrashing all over because he has a pain, and doctor cannot help him because child is not remaining stable. So mother has been called and mother starts helping the child out. Mother takes the child in the lap. Mother shows her affection to the child, and mother also started talking to the child, and mother started talking to in his own language, and then also mother gave lollipop to the child. What happened to this child? Child stopped crying and started talking to mother. You mean at that time he does not have pain? 5 minutes back, he had that intense pain. You mean he does not have that pain? Yes, he has a pain, but now he has refocused his attention to the mother rather than pain. His focus is taken away from the pain. Focus is to the mother. So even though pain is present, he is now talking to mom, and he's kind of laughing and kind of smiling and all kind of things. So what happens? Attention to be changed, attention to focus to the eternal true nature of the self rather than alien objects. Now, that means when I put my attention to the eternal true nature of the self, that means my modal vision disappears. My modal disappears means it's there, but it becomes secondary in nature. Pain is there, but to the child, that pain is secondary because now he's getting affection from the mother. So his modal vision has changed the course. Disappear is not, or it's a wrong word, I had to change it. Modal vision is made secondary. And so now he has a substantial perspective, means dravya drashti. So from modal vision, now he focuses to the eternal true nature of the self. That's all Acharya Bhagavan says you got to do. That's a basic Jain philosophy. Take your attention from the alien objects, put your attention to the eternal true nature of the self. If you do that thing, that's all is to be done. You don't need to read the scripture. You don't need to recite anything. You just have to make this eternal true nature of the self as your primary object. Of course, to come to that point, you will need to do lots and lots of legwork to be done. Ankit wants to be ophthalmology doctor. He decided that one at the age of 10 or 12 or 15 or 18 years of age. When he was given the degree of ophthalmology doctor. That happened in one samay only. He was offered the degree and he accepted. But to come to that moment, he just went through the schooling, and he just missed lots of footballs and everything on the TV and everything. He missed lots of Super Bowl on the TV and everything. Because my aim is to achieve my narrow focus aim of substantial perspective, for example. So that's what I have to do. I have to prepare my groundwork. My modal vision will disappear in one samay. But to do that one, I have to prepare myself. I have to reduce my outside attachments and everything. So that's what we'll talk a little bit more again. Now,
can I ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
So Atyarna, we have Pariyai Buddhi. So Atyarna, we are not experiencing the Sukh or the Atindriya Anand. So, but at the same time, I જ્ઞાનમાં છે આપણી પોતાનું આત્મા, પણ એનું experience નથી, એનું how do you say that? પરિણમન નથી થાતું?
Parinaman is there, but my vision is not there. So even though it is present, I'm not experiencing. The whole thing, from the eternal soul substance, there is a knowledge attribute. From knowledge attribute, the knowledge mode occurs. from sukh attribute, from happiness attribute. The happiness is also occurring in my mode, but because I have directed my vision to the modes and or alien object, that's why I don't perceive my own true nature, even though it is present. 17, 18 stanza will come in Samaysar, and that describes this point in extreme detail. That how come I don't feel it, even though it is happening within me? Because I have not paid my attention into it. So my attention to be given 180-degree turn to my true nature. That's all I have to do it. So you are right. Every moment happiness is occurring, but it is so subdued because it is overpowered by all the alien objects' attentions. So I had to remove that alien object's attention, and that subdued happiness says, I'm here, look at me. The child has a mother's love is there, then the pain did not disappear. Pain is present, but he made pain so secondary, he made mother's love primary. So same way we have to do it too. I have to take all that. You'll continue doing the same thing that you are doing in the life. Work will be getting done. One continues to raise the family and take care of the family, take care of the parents, take care of the children. All those things will be there, but they'll be secondary. And I'm looking at my eternal soul. That is a primary thing, you know. So he is not doing anything wrong in the societal work, in the family work. He doesn't do anything less than perfect. He's doing everything perfectly. But this is occurring because of me. That attitude is gone. The clerk in the bank, he's counting millions of dollars since morning till evening. Physically, he's counting the dollar. How much is his affection to those dollars? None. But will he make any mistake? End of the day, he has perfectly right thing happen, calculating all the, counting all the money. But he doesn't have any affection to that. Without affection, he's doing his perfect work. Without affection, I can continue doing my family responsibility, societal responsibility, and all those things. So that attitude needs to be changed. Everything else can remain the same. So this is called right faith state, samyaktva. And that's why previous slide was mithyatva, wrong belief. Why I had wrong belief? Because I had a modal vision. Over here, it's a substantial perspective. And that's only the difference. Everything else remains the same. And this is when I direct my attention to the eternal true self, then there is a beginning of the righteous net state. Means dharmani shuruat atyare thai. Till I do that one, I don't have dharmani shuruat nati thai. I can do all kind of austerities. I can do all kind of bhakti and everything. But if I don't bring my perspective to substantial perspective, then all these things are going to be all zeros that I'm going to put it on without number one in front. So this is when I just make substantial perspective, then righteous states begin, and that should be my aim. What am I doing? What we are doing day in and day out right now? We are making our effort to reduce my alien attachment. I'm making the circle narrower and narrower and narrower, and now I'm trying to go within. So I'm preparing myself. The time that I experience myself, that's the beginning of the religious state. That's the beginning of the righteous state. So those are the important things that we have to understand. That does not mean that I should stop doing austerity. That does not mean that I should stop going to temple. That does not mean that I should stop reading the scripture. No, I should do all. Those are the means. Those are the means to take me to the substantial perspective. So as long as I know the hierarchy, who am I, where I am in this whole schema of representation, that's all it counts. Then I start progressing in my on the straight line to the highest aim that I'm trying to achieve, which is a substantial perspective. So now that having said that, what is the virtue of all alien objects? We just said, I have focused on my alien objects over alien objects. So many times we just said, we'll just recapitulate again quickly about alien objects. Number one, all the alien material objects, Pudgal Dravya, they are all alien objects. This one is an alien object, this one is an alien object, this one is an alien object, this one is alien. This is also alien object for me, my body, physical body. Then all material karma, they are called Dravya karma, they are also alien object for me. All material karma means knowledge obscuring karma, perception obscuring karma, obstructing karma. All those 8 types of karma and their subtypes, they all are called alien objects. Then we are going deeper now. Inclusion of attachment and aversion occurring due to material karma are also alien objects. Increase of attachment and aversion occurs in me, myself. My soul is making modes of increase of attachment and aversion. But it is occurring because somebody has somebody depends on a material karma. And that's why increase of attachment and aversion occurs within me. They are occurring within me, but they are also alien object. I have an abscess on the hand. It's occurring to me as my body. Right now, my body is me. Let's talk it about it. This example only. So the abscess is occurring to me, means this body. But do I want to keep it with me? No, I want to get rid of it as soon as possible. Take medication, go to the doctor, make an incision, take the abscess out, drain the abscess out, whatever reason, take the antibiotics and all the things, pain medication, everything I take it to remove this abscess that is occurring on my body. Same way, this inclusion of attachment and aversion are occurring within me, myself, soul. But they are kind of, that abscess needs to be thrown out. And that's why they are also alien objects. And the last one is very radical one. It says, even omniscient Lord is an alien object for me. Why? Because omniscient Lord is a pure soul. But that soul's capacity of work and activity goes in that soul only. This soul has a capacity, working capacity around my soul's substance area only. So my area and omniscient Lord's area are 2 different areas, and that's why he is also alien object for me. This kind of radical thoughts that we have to understand does not mean that I'm not going to worship omniscient Lord tomorrow. I'm going to worship omniscient Lord. I'm going to go to a temple. I'm going to look at the Bhagwan's statue and just say, God, Lord, you obtain perfect pure state, and I'm taking vow that I'll become like you. I tell the Lord that you, in your statue, it's like a mirror, and I see my pure self in your statue. So he is my aim. He's my aim. Dev Shastra Guru. Dev is Aryan Bhagwan, means omniscient Lord. Scriptures are the holy scripture which tells what was the message of the omniscient Lord. And Guru means the enlightened person who analyzes the vast scriptures and tailor-made things. He makes it for me and presents to me for my own progress. So omniscient Lord, holy scripture, and enlightened true teachers, Dev Shastra Guru, are the most important nimit for me. And when do you call nimit? When do you call nimit? Nimit means when I do the action within me, then associated positive things in front of me are called nimit. This light is there 24/7. Is that light becoming nimit to me all the time? No. Right now, I want to see this light. I want to talk about it. I want to see what is happening where. And that's why that light became nimit for me. When action occurred within me, then associated positive things around me are called nimit. So alien or omniscient Lord also will be nimit for me, and it will be alien object for me. So putting that into the schematic way, which we have gone through before, this is the last part coming, that alien objects means non-bonded quasi-karma, abadha no karma, means house, family, money, etc., etc., etc. thing are called alien objects. House, family, this is my house, this is my family, this is my money. House, family, and money, they have different space point than my soul. My soul has a space point with a limitation over here, and this house, family, money have different space point. But I say, this is mine. This is, I did not say all the house is to be mine. I did not say whole world's family is mine. I did not say that somebody else's money, Bill Gates' money are mine. No. So whatever money, family, house that I have it, and I just said they are mine, that means they are alien object. They are called non-bonded quasi-karma. Then bonded quasi-karma means baddha no karma, means physical body and senses. Physical body and senses occupy same space point as my soul. And that's why they are also called alien object, because they are separate material particles, and I'm the eternal soul substance with the consciousness attribute within me. So they are also separate from me. Then material karma, dravya karma, naturally they are also separate from me. Jnana varna karma, darsana varna karma, mohaniya karma, all those karma we talk since morning till evening, they all are material karma. They are non-living in nature, and I'm the living conscious element, so they are away from me, separate from me. And last thing, inclusive of attachment and aversion, rag and dvesh, they are also separate from me. As we say, this abscess occurs within me. So inclusive of attachment and aversion occurs within the soul, but they are to be thrown out. They just show that this is kind of a impurity in my body, and I don't want impurity on my body, and so throw that impurity out. So even though inclusive of attachment and aversion occurs in the soul substance, but they are called impurity, and so they are to be thrown out, and that's why they are called alien objects also. Having said that, so in the present discussion, when we use the alien objects word, then one must consider that it's an inclination of attachment, etc. state only. So all these things, when we have it, we ignore this to be the alien objects, this to be alien objects, material karma to be alien object. Only my inclination of attachment and aversion are the alien objects. They show the impurity within me. And that impurity, as it is occurring within me, so I'm the owner of it, but because they are impurity, they need to be thrown out. And so in Samaysar, everywhere, wherever there is an alien objects mention will come, the light should it should light in our brain that this is talking about inclination of attachment and aversion. That is an alien objects. They're not talking about the average person will be talking alien objects as a house, family, money, or physical body and senses. Or no, they're far, far, far away from me. This is the thing which is so close to me. I need to take them out, and that's that should be my aim. So again, eternal true nature of the self. What do I have to do it to that? Now knowing all these things, I'm going to worship my eternal true nature of the self. Then I have to have a reverence to it. I have to have acceptance of it, and I have to take refuge in it. Knowing all these things in the 6th stanza, in the first paragraph of a detailed explanation, ultimately knowing all these things, coming up to this 19th slide, now I know what is my aim. What is my, what should I worship? What should I have reverence to? What should my acceptance, where should I take the refuge? So this is what I'm going to do that. And in the mode, now there is purity, and that is right faith. That means experience of the true nature of the self. When I come to this point with upasana, satkar, srikar, and ashray, then the purity is generated in the mode, because now my vision is directed to the eternal soul substance. And when my faith is directed, vision is directed, attention is directed to eternal soul substance, then from that eternal soul substance, the mode coming out will be pure mode. I don't have to worry about pure mode. It will come automatic. And that is called right faith state. That is called samyak darshan. That is called self-realization. So those are different names for the same thing that what we are experiencing. So now, okay. So what does ignorant being does? He has directed his attention to the alien object. Again, this kind of summary. There is inclination of attachment and aversion. And remember, what did you say here? Ignorant being has directed his attention to alien object means what? Means what? Means he has attention drawn to inclination of attachment and aversion. We are not going to talk about house and body and senses and material karma. My alien object means inclination of attachment and aversion. There is experience of auspicious and inauspicious inclinations occurs. When I have attachment and aversion, then I have auspicious, inauspicious state occurs within me. What happens then? There is compassion, charity, etc. form of experience occurs, which is an auspicious type of experience. Or there is there is also the mode of anger, deceit, ego, greed. They are also inauspicious inclination. We know inauspicious inclination. Anger, deceit, ego, greed, we know those things that they are inauspicious. No philosophy of the universe will just say that they are good. Nobody will say that anger is good. So we know inauspicious inclinations are not good. Even a small child knows that. But auspicious inclination means I'm doing compassion, I'm doing charity work. Those kind of experience that I have it, they are also called inclination of attachment and aversion, means attention to the alien objects. And this mode is called, only Gurudev can use this kind of words. because he is experienced. So what he says, this is an inferior mode, and it's a beggar's mode. Tu bhikhari che. Are, I'm doing compassion. I'm doing charity. I'm doing auspicious deeds. I'm doing austerity. He says, because they are all the inclination of attachment and aversion, that's why they are inferior mode, they become beggars mode. I mean, he is so ruthless, he's very ruthless that he just speaks the way it is and tries to wake us up that, get up from your slumber. Try to look for the right things. Why do you have to keep on doing auspicious and inauspicious inclination? Remember, inauspicious inclination nobody likes to do. Everybody knows about it. But over here he says auspicious inclination also. You do it, but don't take credit for it. Listen, in the morning I wake up. I just do my nityakram, my daily routine I do, daily religious routine I do. Then I go to bathroom. Then I do the toothbrush. Then I do the shaving. I take a shower. I take a break. Do I keep on just announcing all over the world that, hey, you know what? I wake up in the morning at 5 o'clock morning today. I went to the bathroom today. I used to do the brushing of my teeth today. Do I do all the announcement? They happen so reflexively, routinely, that I don't pay even attention to the compassion, charity, etc., auspicious activity. You don't just announce all over the world about it. Happens. I'm doing it. I don't take credit for those things. So, what Acharya Bhagavan wants to say to us, don't do inauspicious inclination. That is routine. Anybody knows about it. That doesn't need it. It's not a rocket science to understand that part. Now, when you are not doing inauspicious, that means you are doing auspicious activity. Do it, but don't take credit for it. It's a routine thing that you are doing it. Right hand should not know that the left hand has donated. That kind of attitude I had to create. There is a Parishan Parva is over, and now there was a donation slip was passing through, and I made sure my name is spelled correct, my name is pronounced correct, amount of money I'm donating is pronounced correctly. Suppose I'm donating $10,000 and the announcer by mistake reads as 1,000, what will happen to me? Wait a second, you are making mistake. I give $10,000. Why don't you do the appropriate? And why do I have to take credit for those kind of things? If I had money, I donated. I didn't have it, I didn't donate. So why do I worry about it? Why do I have to take so much credit for it? So that's why Gurudev says, when I start taking auspicious inclinations credit, it's an inferior mode, it's a beggar's mode. So you do it. You want to donate, you want to do charity, do it anonymous. How many people will do it? I was in a beach in India at one time, and there are on the beach, the benches are there for people to sit down. Each bench has somebody's name written. Mr. and Mrs. such and such donated for this bench. Who do I care about it? If I'm walking, I'm tired, I'm going to sit down on the bench. Am I going to read who gave it? Oh, thank you, you gave the money. Who cares about those things? So what I have to do is my attention from alien objects means my attention from inclination of attachment and aversion. That means auspicious, inauspicious inclination. My attention should be taken away. I have to not to do inauspicious inclination. Even if I do auspicious inclination, I don't take credit for it. Keep going the way it is. taking for credit for auspicious inclination is just like the dog walking under the bullock cart. And dog is thinking that bullock cart is walking because of moving because of me. That's a wrong assumption that dog has it. Wrong assumption I have it, that I did this auspicious inclination. If I was not there, this temple would not have. Who cares about it? If you are not there, somebody else would have done it. Temple was supposed to happen. It will happen no matter whether you're there or not. Why should I take the undue credit for all kind of things? Anyway, so therefore, this mode is not to be worshipped. Remember here, inauspicious, nobody's talking about it, but auspicious inclination which I'm performing. I'm doing Swadhay, I'm doing worshipping, I'm doing recitation, I'm doing my daily religious routine and everything. So what? Do it. Don't take credit. When you do this auspicious inclination, means you'll be away from inauspicious inclination, but this is auspicious inclination is not your destination. It's a path to go to further spiritual height. So that's why this mode does not need to be worshipped, and what it comes. Okay, so now until now here we have finished first paragraph of this Samaysar stanza 6. I'll come back to the paragraph quickly. Let's see. The two paragraphs were there in this tika, means explanation. So the first one that we have finished right now, that maybe we can read this one. Gujarati here, we'll try to read. Je pote potathi siddha hovathi, means koithi utpann nahi hovathi, anadi sattarup che, I'm eternal soul substance, nobody has created me. Kadi vinash pamto nahi hovathi anant che, I'm never going to get disintegrated, so I'm infinite in nature, my existence is infinite in nature. Nitya udyat rup hovathi kshanik nathi, means my existence is forever, that means it's not transient. Spashta prakashman jyoti evo jnayak ek bhav che, means my eternal soul substance is always illuminating, and that is the eternal soul substance is present all the time. E sansar avasthama anadi bandh paryayni nirupanathi ક્ષીર નીરની જેમ કર્મ પૂતગલો સાથે એકરૂપ હોવા છતાં my soul substance is involved, it is closely associated with a material karma. Ek kshatravagahi, means in one area the soul is existing, on the same specific area the material karma are also existing. They, even though they are so closely associated with each other for since time infinite, Durantar Gasai Chakrana Udaithi Vichitrtana Vashe Pravarta Je Punya Papna Utpan Karna Samastanik Rup Subhashubhava Temna Swabhava Paranam to Nathi. What it said over here, the material karma and me are occupying same space point since time infinite. We are so close, so close, so close. But those material karma becomes instrumental cause, and I over here end up doing auspicious and inauspicious inclinations. That is my wrong thing. The real thing is the eternal soul substance, even though stays with this karma particle since time infinite, does not get affected. એ તેના સ્વભાવ પરિણામ તો નથી. તેથી પ્રમત પણ નથી, ના પ્રમત પણ નથી. Means soul substance is associated with material particles, and as a result of material particles, there is also inclination of attachment and aversion, but still they are away from me, they are away from me. That's why it is not pramat, it's not apramat, and that's why it is pure in nature. This is what we talked so far in last 9 or say 8 or 9 classes, this one paragraph alone. Now the second paragraph comes, it's a nature of the object. What is the nature of the object? Gney Swarup. Which object we are talking here, my friend? Not the outside material object. This object, my eternal soul substance. Remember, Swa Par Prakashak, self and alien illumination. So now self and alien illumination occurs within me. Now I'm going to concentrate on the self illumination. And I'm going to say what that one is. And so that one is now starting in this 20 slide onwards. We'll just take part of it, and then we'll continue discussion next week onwards. Okay, so now here he gives example Acharya Bhagavan gives example of fire and wood. Now this is very, very, very important example Acharya Bhagavan gives to make us aware of it, that how am I separate from other substances. Fire is known to have property of combustion. Fire has property of burning, right? What does fire do? Will it give me coolness? Will it give me sweet smell? No. It is a property of combustion. That's it. That's all fire can do. Now, this is very important. It takes the shape of a substance that can be burned. If it is burning this pen, then fire will take the shape of this pen. If fire is burning this piece of paper, it will take the shape of this paper. So whatever object is getting burned, fire will take that shape. So fire's capacity of burning, fire's property of combustion is called dahan, and it takes shape of the object that is getting burned. Dahya padarth, substance that can be burned, it's called dahya padarth. Okay, third one. When fire burns wood or dung cake, then it takes the shape of that substance. Wood is burning, then the fire will take shape of the wood. Dung cake, chana. The cow's excreta dried up, and then you put up, then they dried up. Then when fire is going through that, then the fire will take the shape of the dung cake. Are you with me so far? Yes. Then we go on next one. But this shape of the fire did not occur just because it was burning wood or dung cake. This is a very, very, very radical principle Acharya Bhagavan wants to put in our mind, that fire has its own capacity. Just because it took the shape of a wood or shape of a dung cake doesn't mean that fire is capable of doing all those shapes. Fire did not, the shape of the fire did not occur just because it was burning wood or dung cake. Shape of the fire occurred because of fire itself. This, as I said, is a radical principle. It will just needs to think very keeping mind cool and to understand this concept. It's a very, yeah.
Is this like similar to the Upadan Karan and Nimit Karan? The wood and dung cake is Nimit Karan, the fire has its own Upadan Karan. Is that what's going on?
I mean, you already understood this slide already, and that's really good, because just because dung cake and wood is present, fire did not take their shape. Fire has its own capacity to take particular shape because of its own self, because of its own self. Fire has its own capacity. Yes, the wood and dung cake became the nimit. they become the secondary cause. But fire is a primary cause for making its own shape. So even in the shape, even in the burning, let's say, even the coal is burning, this wood is burning, the shape of the fire is not because of this wood or coal, but shape of the fire was due to fire only. That's what Acharya Bhagavan wants to have us understand. And once we understand this example, it will be so great way to understand exactly what Acharya Bhagavan wants us to go into the soul and try to analyze the fact. So let's finish these bullets first. But the shape of the fire did not occur just because of burning wood or dung cake. Actually, this is the shape of the fire only. In this coal, shape of the fire. In this wood, shape of the fire. In the dung cake, shape of the fire. Fire has a shape of its own. Fire creates its own shape, and at the time, from Nimit perspective, from secondary perspective, wood was present. I was supposed to become angry myself, and somebody in front of me became an object. Object did not make me angry. I became angry. Okay, let's say there is a banana peel on the ground, and I put my foot on it and I slipped. I fell down. Is it because of banana peel, or is it because of lack of my attention? How did I fall down? I have to take responsibility. Not the banana peel is responsible for my fall. If banana peel is responsible for its fall, everybody should fall down. Why nobody fell and only I fell down? Because of me. I was supposed to fall down at that particular point, and that became instrumental cause. So fire over the log of wood or the coal becomes the instrumental cause for fire to take that particular shape. So our time is already up. I think what I'll do, let's dwell on this principle.
Kirit, could you read that tika for the Upadan Karan, for the
Yes.
Karta Karma, just for completion one time?
Yes, okay. The second paragraph, you mean? The first, second one that we are going to talk right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. This is second paragraph. વળી દાહ્યના એટલે બળવા યોગ્ય પદાર્થના આકારે થવાથી અગ્નિને દહન કહેવાય છે. The fire took the shape of the coal, and that's why fire is called dahan. તો પણ દાહ્યકૃત અશુદ્ધતા તેનાથી, even though the fire took the shape of the coal, but still that coal's impurity is not within this fire. તેવી રીતે જ્ઞેયાકાર થવાથી તે ભાવને જ્ઞાયકપણું પ્રસિદ્ધ છે, તો પણ જ્ઞેયકૃત અસિદ્ધતા તેને નથી. The peacock is present, and I end up knowing as a peacock, not because of peacock, but because of me only. I end up knowing that there was a peacock. My own knowledge mode created shape of the peacock in my knowledge mode, and that's why the soul end up knowing that there was a peacock. So knowing peacock does not mean that the impurity of the peacock came within me. That's what he tried to say over here, and we already have gone through that. કારણ કે જ્ઞાયાકાર અવસ્થામાં જ્ઞાયકપણ જે જણાય તે સ્વરૂપ પ્રકાશનની સ્વરૂપ જાણવાની અવસ્થામાં પણ દીવાની જેમ કર્તા કર્મનું અનન્યપણું હોવાથી જ્ઞાયક જ છે. પોતે જાણનારો માટે પોતે કર્તા, પોતાને જાણ્યા માટે પોતે કર્મ. જેમ દીપક ઘટપટાદીને પ્રકાશિત કરવાની અવસ્થામાં દીપક છે, અને પોતે પોતાની જ્યોતિરૂપ શિખાને પ્રકાશવાની અવસ્થામાં પણ દીપક જ છે, અન્ય કંઈ નથી, તેમ જ્ઞાયકનું સમજવું. મીન્સ karta karma, the doer did relationship, it just says occurs in one substance only. Doer did relationship occurs in one substance only. If I'm the doer, then I'm the deed. The deed occur within me only. I'm the doer because I'm the deed. I have the deed because I end up knowing just because of peacock, and so peacock becomes doer. Not that's not true. So with this explanation of the fire, Acharya Bhagwan will try to explain this principle. This is the extreme minute principle. If we understand, of course, we have gone through several classes and most of the things we have touched, but now we just have to put it what Acharya Bhagwan wants us to understand in this one in the schematic way. So we'll continue next week. Any questions so far?
Kirit uncle?
Yeah, go ahead.
Chirag used the word upadan. Just tell me what the English word is for upadan.
Well, there's instrumental cause and principal cause.
Okay.
Principal cause means upadan. I thought of doing something, upadan. I end up doing something, upadan. I'm the doer. I'm the doer means upadan means doer. And
Okay.
nimit means instrumental cause.
I thought nimit was a conduit, like, okay, instrumental cause.
No,
Upadan is the I'm the doer, and nimit is the conduit or the
conduit,
instrumental.
associated positive circumstances and or thing.
Okay, thank you.
Right now, I'm talking, I can see the screen of the TV, computer screen, because the light is present. Is it because of light being present, that's why I see, or because I have knowledge capacity, that's why I'm seeing? So those are the kind of things that we have to analyze. We'll be going through detail again, okay? All right, any other questions?
Okay, thank you. No, that's it. Thank you.
Okay. All right, then we'll do a closing ceremony over here. Javani ke gyan se suje lokalo, sovani mastaka namo sada deta huda. Nova namo kamantra. Namo Dhanam. Jai Jinendra, Mitcha and Dikram to everybody. Kahin bhul thaya to maaf karjo. I may have made, please forgive me, and please draw my attention to the mistake I may have done. Okay, thank you, and we'll meet you next week.
Jai Jinendra.
Thank you.
Jai
Jai
Jinendra.
Jananda.
Jai Jinendra.
Bye. Thank you.